the far side of the court, the white shirt. This the third time that these two players have met each other in individual competition, and interestingly, both those occasions were at the Japan Open, 2006 and 2007, and both those occasions being won by Lin Dan. Now, I have to say, Paul Eric, I've watched Persson quite a lot over this last year, and when he's not expected on him, he plays very well indeed. But I do think sometimes the big occasion gets to him. And I'm thinking, of course, recently, 3 weeks ago, European Team Championships, he was expected to win the singles encounter against England's Andrew Smith in the final of their team competition. And he went down in 2 straight games.
And that actually made Joachim Persson drop. So at the Danish Nationals, he also failed. So he has been really trying to dig deep in order to come back, and hopefully he will show that today, because he's really been having a kind of decrease in the form. So hopefully he will do something good now.
As of course his world ranking shot up last year. Career high now of number 6 in the world. But I remember also, of course, the Japan Open last time. And of those 8 tournaments, 7 finals. I think you're right, Paul Eric. I think really he is the best player in the world, even though he may not be ranked number 1 at the moment. He's toying with the...
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a perfect example of what you've just explained. Joachim Persson going back to the base position. Look, he moved the wrong direction before he then had to come forward. And that same again there. Perfect example. You can't guess, you can't anticipate. That's a little topspin trick shot in an All-England quarter-final. Look at this. Comes over the shuttle. Here it comes. Double action. Unbelievable once again. You know, I can remember watching him at the Beijing Olympics, and all I was doing was focusing on his overhead shots, Lin Dan, and trying to work out and see if there was a telltale sign of which way he was going to hit.
Of course, that makes it so difficult for the opponent to do anything. So, in order to be a very good badminton player, that's the way of playing, I would say. If you can produce that type of style where you world-class playing.
Yeah.
He was cruising and taking it a bit easy at the end, because he was still that far ahead, so there wasn't any problems. And now players in badminton, and then nominating between those 3 will be Lin Dan.
Yeah.
Han Jan winning world championships, but he was not as gifted as Yang Yang and
So the Malaysian team manager, please come to the referees.
Come on!
almost impossible to play him. That was actually what Joachim was saying. So he tries to enjoy it, but he really hasn't gotten anything to come up with that will hurt Lindan.
No. Persson urging himself to keep fighting on.
China, please report to the referee.
Yeah. Trying to clear cross court towards Lindan's forehand corner. Just look at this movement.
Match point.
Two tiny little steps. One will do. Just 27.5 minutes to win his quarter-final against the world number 6 ranked player. That is a sign of class.
21-13, 21-6.
Exceptional talent. Lindan has given a lesson